The Tony and Tim Show. We're back again here, Tim. The group stages in the World Cup are coming to an end today. What a fascinating opening round.
Yes, Tony, the opening round is coming to an end, and today, if results go well for Russia, then they would have booked the next round, and trouble for Egypt if they get beaten, then they're the first team to be eliminated. But I think it has been fascinating, this first round of games.
And of course, there are some teams yet to take part in that showpiece in Russia. Very, very interesting games. We've seen a lot of goals certainly in this first round. It's something that we probably might not have expected much, given the performances in the pre-tournament friendlies that we were seeing. Some of the teams were not playing well, some of the teams were not scoring a lot of goals, but Russia opened up that tournament with a big 5-0 win, which has been followed up by lots more goals. We've seen a lot of interesting facts in this one. Almost 30 plus goals scored already.
Yes, Tony, about 32 to be exact have been scored, and Russia set the tempo. We did not expect Russia to hit 5 goals past Saudi Arabia, and then the next day we saw Portugal, Spain also at 3-3. That was another high scoring game. But after that, Tony, I think the teams learned that maybe we should go defensive. We saw
to be more cautious.
Yep, we saw France there winning 2-1 against Australia, and then other teams pulling out 1-0. We saw Denmark beating Peru 1-0. So the goals somehow have reduced in number compared to the first 2-3 games. But nonetheless, I think it's an exciting tournament because, Tony, the big boys all have almost flattered. Argentina, Germany, we see also England yesterday. It was a bit hard for them, but they managed to come with the result there. The big boys, Tony, have lost it. Which one for you has been the biggest game where you said this should have not gone the way you expect?
And of course, in terms of prediction, team, the Mexico-Germany game, I think, has been the highlight of the opening round. Mexico beating Germany, the title holders. It was a very, very fascinating performance, especially that as underdogs, Mexico didn't sit down and defend in that game. They were almost attacking Germany like they were equals, countering very, very blistering pace. Germany still has a lot of work to do. If you look at that game, most of them looked a bit slow, especially in the defense and in the midfield. Kroos, Khedira and Ozil don't look like they have the legs to sustain 90 minutes of pressure from a team like Mexico.
I think this is where you say maybe Sané should have traveled to
He definitely
Russia,
should have.
Germany.
It's a big miss for them.
The group is now wide open. We all knew maybe Germany and Mexico would be the teams to go through, but Sweden has won in that group, and now we now know that if Germany falters against Sweden,
it's a big problem.
There's a big problem. So it's a group that has become interesting all of a sudden.
Of course, we've had very, very interesting performances. The underdogs in this particular tournament have come out of their blocks to put out very, very interesting performances. Very, very big heartbreak as well from some of the teams, especially the African teams. Most all the teams that have played so far have not won a single game, not even a single point. Last night, Tunisia missed out on a very big point against England. In very, very interesting group there with Belgium and Panama. If they got a point against England, they would be certainly hoping for 3 against Panama, and that would open that group up very, very interestingly. But they lost it at the death.
The group would have been decided by how each plays against Belgium. But because England managed to get the win, let win, they are almost now certain, Tony, because everyone will pick points, I think, over Panama. But to me, the biggest result on my side, Tony, was also the Iceland-Argentina result.
Very big,
we all knew
big result.
After Portugal winning,
we expected Messi to respond.
He had to maybe respond with about 2-3 goals here, but he was outplayed.
Responded with a missed penalty.
So, I mean, I think that group also is wide open because should Croatia be able to beat or get a point from Argentina, then Argentina also might suffer the fate that's not what they are planned for.
And we all know that Iceland won't be lying down in that group. So we had results: Russia beating Saudi Arabia 5-0 in that opening fixture. Egypt in that same group lost to Uruguay in very heartbreaking circumstances. They lost. They considered a goal against Jose Gimenez in 88th minute. We had Argentina taking on Iceland 1-1. That game that was a missed penalty from Messi. Good performance from Sergio Aguero, but probably the rest of the Argentina team did turn up as expected. Peru in that also played on Saturday. They lost that game 1-0. to the Serbians. Very interesting performance. Croatia beating Nigeria 2-0 in one of the probably the other games that we had thought Nigeria would get something.
I think Nigeria has been a disappointment. Only all the other African teams have tried to push to the late minutes, but Nigeria did not have anything.
They laid down to be whipped.
They totally were down. I was surprised they lost on a 2-0. Of course, Morocco for me should have beaten Iran, but they lost 1-0 with an own goal. So that's
in the 95th minute.
That's another big disappointment. But Nigeria to me has been the disappointment in Africa.
And of course, individual performances. Maybe if we can turn our eyes to individual performances, where does Cristiano Ronaldo's hat-trick rank in those individual performances we've seen so far?
Ronaldo has had very many brilliant individual performances, but this, Tony, is very, very high.
Ranks highly.
Against Spain should be one of his top 3 performances, because he single-handedly managed to
get a point.
To get a point for Portugal over Spain. And if Ronaldo becomes the best player so far in the first round of games, then the Man U goalkeeper, the hair has to be the worst, because his performance was abysmal, especially in the second goal of Ronaldo. He let it so soft in, and to me, the guy is a proven keeper, but he has to get the confidence to play at the highest level, which is the World Cup.
And of course, De Gea conceded 3 there with Costa in that particular game, also getting 2 goals. We might have expected more from him had the coach not taken him off. Yeah. We saw the reaction that he gave after that game. He was certainly not happy. He's, of course, featuring on the top scorers ranks. Ronaldo tops that chart with 3 goals, followed by Kane, Costa, Cheryshev, and I think Romelu Lukaku, who had 2 also for Belgium. Belgium not starting very well, but coming out in the second half and whipping Panama 3-0.
Yeah, we expected Belgium to win. I had even thought they could go for 5 goals. They started so slow, but we saw them putting up the gears and getting the 3 goals, which I thought was a good result. They just wanted a win. At this group stages, you first need a win to qualify the next.
And of course, we saw this first round has also been characterized by very, very interesting VAR performance team. Lots of goals, lots of cards have been dished out because of the video assistant referee.
I am a guy who loves VAR. I really love VAR so much, because it has helped us get those decisions that would not have been seen. The problem is the time to decide is taking too long. I look at the game of yesterday between I think it was Sweden and South Korea.
The penalty that was given.
There was a penalty appeal, and then it takes almost a minute for the other team to run across
to the center of the pitch.
Exactly. Then you only blow. I think that should be managed. It should be real time, about 5 seconds from the incident time. They should be able to call it.
It's definitely very, very interesting. That video assistant referee also awarding France a penalty that Antoine Griezmann was able to put away on Saturday. Penalties have been the case in this World Cup. We saw Cristiano Ronaldo putting away one. Almost 5 penalties have been awarded, of course, including Messi's missed one. So it will be very, very interesting to see how the teams go into the second round, trying to, now they know that you can't touch a player in the box.
You can't touch a player in the box. I was actually surprised yesterday.
England
deserved 2 with work yesterday, but
there was an incident or 2. There was an incident or 2 where we probably expected the video assistant referee. A very, very interesting highlights from that opening round of fixtures. After the break, we'll be coming back with a very, very brief look at today's games in the last group, of course, that hasn't kicked a ball yet, and also the game of Russia against Egypt. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.